Let's talk about wallpapering doors to make them look like a secret passage. It's my third one I've done, and when you finish it, it's supposed to give the illusion that there's no door. But of course, where the door opens, you're going to have a little space, but the trick is to make it as least as noticeable as possible. Let's see. So this is part of the door. This is the jamb, and this is the door, and that's the separation. And the hinge is behind this. And so as I'm planning this out, I just realized something, and that's why I thought of doing a video. The wallpaper should hug the door. What do I mean? So that's the door here. So the wallpaper should be trimmed against the edge of this piece, not against here. Okay? Because if you trim it against here, this 1/8 of an inch, it's not even an 1/8 of an inch, it's going to cause a problem, and you'll never be able to fix it. You'll never be able to get it right, in my opinion. And so you can see how important this is, especially at the top where the gap is wider. Now, at the top, since I have 3/16 of an inch here, I'm going to trim my wallpaper against the door in the hopes that this reveal, they call it, this space is so level that the wall covering having nothing behind it will not interfere with the opening and closing of the door. I don't know if I said that right. I don't want the gap. I don't want it. I want to cover it. And so what? And this vinyl is thick enough to stay put. This stuff. So what my idea is going to be, I can always change it, is to have the wallpaper rather than come down here. What I meant is that I trim it against here, this edge, because I don't want to see that gap. And you know what? I'm going to try to avoid letting it show. Okay? I'm going to try to avoid it. So let's see how I do. Can you zoom in and let them see this action? Like that. Okay, can you hold it there? And then I'll ask you to zoom out. Okay, you ready? So I'm using 2 hands to achieve steadiness, cutting against the top. So now my door has more wallpaper. We can always trim it. I know what you might be thinking. That's never going to stay, that's going to bend. I don't like the space. Okay, that was successful. Microfiber cloth. Whenever you're wiping flat paint, you'll know if it's a quality paint after the wiping dries. My idea of paint is if you can't wipe it, don't put it on your walls or ceilings. When I was a kid, everything was flat paint or high gloss. We all know that problem, right? Anyway, okay. As you can see, my eyes are right on the action. I don't like that. I don't like that. When it slows down, if you go if you rush too much, you can throw the blade off. It affects the cut. Patience. Oh, there's some obstacle there. I don't like it. Something is in the way. It's just a burr on the door, but if I have patience, I'll get through it without, because I checked out the door before I did this, and it was all clear. Oh, maybe the blade shaft is too far in. That's a possibility. It's a nail biter, because you want to get it right. Right? Okay, let's see how we did. This is interesting because it's a unique situation. Taking out all the wrinkles I've made, which are necessary because, you know, during the install. It's like making an egg for breakfast. You got a little mess afterwards. Now, in theory, this is your door opening. It's cut, right? In theory. In theory. Now I primed the entire surface with an acrylic clear primer. So here's an obstacle. You can come in a little closer. So it's not a finished obstacle. I'm trimming against it. It's simply a wooden block on which a very ornate handle will be installed. And so I can trim against it. Not a big deal. I feel like a gynecologist who's telling mom, calm down, I can see the head now. Everything looks fine. That's what it makes me feel like.
please show them the door? Show them the door. And you still don't have this torque worked out. But I'm going to be honest with you. For this pattern, it's not going to be difficult. But you may be getting a matching pattern, and so it's going to employ a different tactic to deal with this. It's easy for you to get a matching pattern.
So don't beat yourself up if you're not matching. You'll make it work. Okay, let's just show them this door. Head on. Back up, please, so they can take the door in. Just back up. And we'll zoom out if we can. How's that? Thank you for doing that. Okay, so let's open the door. So, now I can do my final smoothing on the door, or on the wall covering. And there's not enough wallpaper sticking out over this flap to make a significant issue with the opening and closing of the door. And so that's our finished edge. Now I'll go and smooth the... So there are two of these, and there's only one chance to get this right. The first thing you want to do is make sure that when you begin cutting this, there is enough wall covering on all of your edges, because you can't change it once you start. So I like to start somewhere in the middle, like in the middle of the penetration, like right here instead of down here. Then I'll go down or up. In this case, I'm going to go down and snug right up against it. Now check this out. I'm going to go up to the top, ride it along that top. Oh yeah. Ride it along this top. Wow, Spencer's trying to curve the cut, man. Can he do it? I don't know. Can he? Let's see. Okay, good mistake to show them. Good mistake. Oh yeah, I love that. I love it. Carpenters. Just kidding. All right. And that's it. You know, you wipe it down, you retrim a bit. By the way, if you get what I call burrs, let's say you have a little piece hanging down. I wouldn't use this, but you take a steel trimmer and you simulate the edge. You recreate the edge that you lost by not cutting it right. You do this and you regain the edge and you just trim up against that. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, so the torque would not allow my edge to stay down, so I didn't trust it. Even though this is a butt joint product, meaning one sheet goes right against the other, I'm going to improvise. And that means that I'm going to do a double cut in order that I can be assured that my seam will lay down, because the torque has stressed the material. I could heat it up and make the vinyl obey. But this is a high-end condo with a lot of light coming through this hallway. If I mar the wallpaper surface, I'm done. I don't want to take that chance. If I heat it up, it may look a little less shiny. So, plan B. Let's do plan B. We overlapped it, and we're going to double cut it. Okay. A couple of videos ago, some guy said, "You really worry me the way you wave your blade around." You really worried? First of all, thanks for worrying. Secondly, you don't really know me. But okay, you're a sensitive guy, that's cool. Number 3, fast forward. See that I'm okay by the end of the video and then go back and enjoy the video. What's up with people today? You really worry me the way you wave your blade around. Okay, fast forward, I'm okay, I didn't get cut. Then go back and watch it. This was a great video. I felt like Christopher Walken was actually doing the video. I loved it. Did anybody ever tell? Yeah. I've been told I sound like Christopher Walken. Yeah. Thank you. Please give me a blade on the ladder. Give me my blade on the ladder. It's okay, I can edit the video. Thank you. So, for those of you who hang wallpaper, you know the difficulty that I just ran into. You know it because it has happened to you. Base trim gets in the way of double cuts. So much so that it creates a situation sometimes where you might tell the homeowner, please take this off. Yeah, you might say, look, you want a perfect cut, take this off because my hand angle must change when I get down to the base. So here's the thing. If you're a wallpaper hanger, if you're still watching at this point, you're probably a professional, somebody who does it for a living, enjoys my videos, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying. So right now I'm talking to the pro. I don't care if you've been doing it longer than I have been, because you may benefit from this. Here's the deal. You're in charge of the installation. I'm going to tell you why. Who determines whether or not you get paid in the end? Customer, right? You make sure they do everything they have to do to make your job completely good. Because in the end, oh, you should have told me. You should have told me this. You should have told me that. I would have had a guy come, blah, blah, blah. You're in charge. They don't know. And so you have to make it known that you cannot successfully do something if, based on your experience, you know is going to cause a problem. So number one, you're in charge of the job, because ultimately they're in charge of paying you, right? And nowadays, as far as I know, people like to bargain at the end of a job. Well, it didn't come out the way I expected. Can I give you 30% less because, you know, she's not happy, he's not happy, they're not happy, my kid's not happy, my dog doesn't like it, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? You can show them up and down while I'm doing this. Man. Would you get me a seam roller, please? I'll show them this thing in front. Just the neoprene, the rubber one is good enough. It's not perfected yet, but what do you think?
This one? Or the female one?
That's too hard. Yeah, the rubber. Yeah, that one. Now, the choice of your roller, very important. If I use a steel roller on this, I'm going to damage the wall covering, okay? This is like a roller blade. Do they still have roller blades? Ask the Vancouver carpenter. Yeah, they do still have them. I want to know where a dude with a bunch of kids and a beautiful website on YouTube has the time to go up and down on a skateboard for a couple of hours. Do you have that time? I don't have the time. I really don't. But you know what? I should make the time. Anyway, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Ooh, you're the best. Oh, please, stop. Okay, and so we come to our final cutout, which has thus far proved to be successful. By the way, can somebody out there tell me, has proved to be or proven to be? I think it's proven, has proven. What is the past participle of the verb to prove? Somebody please look that up for me. It has proven or has proved? It has proven. But it's been a thing I've asked people, and Alexa doesn't know. You ask Alexa, she tells you the address to the local restaurant. You ever do that? Hey Alexa, where is the nearest jewelry store? Shanghai Chinese food, 201 4th Street, you know? Like, do you have Alexa? I can't stand it. Okay. So I'm forgetting. Okay, I know. Okay. Boy, this is tedious stuff, man. It really is. Wish me luck, I'm dead serious. Not easy. Wouldn't let my shaft go through. You zoomed in?
Zoom. Okay.
All right, we want to cut it right up against the door. You know, doing this well, I'm going to tell you something. I know how surgeons feel when they come out of that operating room and they tell the family everything went well. I know the feeling. It's the same feeling. They're saving lives. I'm making people happy with their wallpaper. But it's the same feeling. When you do this successfully, there's such a gratifying rush. Well, I'm going to tell you why, and it's going to bother some of you. If you didn't enjoy your work, you wouldn't do it well. Most of you say, that's true. That's not natural, though. It's supernatural. God gives you the grace to do your work well, or else you wouldn't do it. I know, you don't want to hear it. Ever watched The Honeymooners? I won't get into it. Those of you who have, you know what I'm doing. Oh, it could be so annoying. Can you come in close? Oh man, that's a problem. I don't know what's keeping it. Oh man, problem. I tend to think that it's just the wood on the edge. I think so. Oh, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not going to play with it because I don't want it imperfect either. Okay. So we'll find out what that was. Now that I've made my cut, pull the door open. Okay, that's our opening. Now we'll close it. And there we have it, you know. It's the best I can do. We'll do our opening again. You want a long shaft here. I start in the middle, remember, and then I go up or down, but I ride the top or the bottom of that edge. I go back down here. You really can kind of rough it when you're doing this. It's forgiving, the procedure, as you can see. Oh! Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm supposed to be perfect. Just stay right there. Oh. This guy goes on too much, honey. I like the guys who sit around in their sweatpants watching me in the afternoon in their beds. I like those guys. They're the best critics. This guy, I don't know if he knows what he's saying. He sounds like an idiot. I get it more often than you think. I love when people say, you know, you talk too much. And then you can put it on my face. I say, ever since my accident, you know, they always, I'm so sorry. Or they'll delete the comment because they don't have the humility to apologize. I'll say, I'm sorry, ever since my injury, ... I never get into it. I've been injured before. So I just let them think so they don't run their mouth. Shut up. So you can have a disabled person, you say it runs on their mouth too much. Right? Okay. What do you think, folks? That concludes the procedure. I'll put the handle back on because they're going to mount this very nice thing. But what do you think? Show them the thing, please, up and down. How do you like that? Can you just close? Hold on one sec. Let me get it up and down. Now you can close the door, please. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Go ahead. Please close that door. Nice. And that's it. Okay, so here's our finished product. I hope you like the wallpaper. This is from Valhalla, manufactured, handmade in Lincoln, Nebraska. Beautiful stuff. Oh yeah. And there is our secret door. Okay. And so let's just open it. Now you see there's no patching. It's just a perfect one piece of wallpaper. Okay. And there you have it. If you like the video, please click on like. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.